to the emails. We have one from Aaron, as I promised, about how to bring ladies into the movement. This is from Aaron McHam. Dear Adam, one way to bring women into the Libertarian Party is to make it more emotional. I feel that both of the mainstream parties have very strong emotional pull, while our movement is more cerebral. That is not to say that there is no compassion within it, but the main thing that drew me to liberty was logical reasoning. And yet I am very passionate about my beliefs, and know many of us are. Now, I've been talking about this recently, trying to see how we bring more women into the movement, at least making an effort to make women feel more welcome. Not in the Libertarian Party, but she uses a lowercase l here, but into the libertarian freedom movement as a whole, because, to be honest, it is kind of a sausage fest up in here most of the time. And I learned, at least from YouTube statistics, 80+% of the audience of Adam versus the Man have penises. So that's not a really good ratio. Now, that doesn't mean we need government intervention to, force it to be equal, or kick out, enough of the men in our audience to make it equal. But, the men here, I don't know about this. The men are also very passionate about this. But she goes on, I'm often very surrounded by women who are sadly not into politics, yet the more I speak with them, the more I realize that our essential views are similar. They just didn't know it. I am a relatively recent convert to the Liberty Movement, about 2 years, and was a socialist on the basis of my compassion for others for several years. I've always been an inquisitive person and sought the truth in all beliefs. Over time, I saw that personal liberty is the highest form of respect for all, and I grew the fuck up. Amen. While I'm not trying to belittle women, I consider myself a feminist in many respects. I do recognize that we make deep emotional connections, and that is one of the wonderful things about us. Well, I agree. And I'm a feminist too, by any definition of the word. And I fucking hate that the word feminism has been conflated with liberalism, because it's and big government intervention and forced equality and fairness, because it's been so exploited and used for that by so many leading feminists, which really has made it just another leftist big government scam to justify more government. But feminism in and of itself is not something that dictates a particular political philosophy or ideology. The belief in equality, I really believe if we had a truly fair, free, equal society, women would be elevated for their unique abilities, and that the value that would come to them through their ability to give birth and raise children, I mean, how valuable is that, would be elevated. Not necessarily, I'm not a feminist because, I want to see 50-50 in the workplace, and I want to see more women executives and legislators, although that would be a nice effect if that was the product of a free market in which people actually embraced and were able to find the true value in the unique abilities and talents that all women are able to bring to the table. But unfortunately, the term has been so abused that when I stand up, and I made a video, liberal feminism is inferior to libertarian feminism. You can find it on the Adam versus the Man YouTube channel. The misogyny that came out from the viewers and in the comments on Facebook was just, I was taken aback. Even when I made that clear distinction, libertarian feminism, liberal feminism, different ideologies, got that same backlash. So I will continue to spread the seeds of truth that we are not just passionate about ideology, but we treat all people with respect. I think if we can show ourselves as emotional and compassionate, but also logical, other women will join in. Thank you for your time, and I hope you consider my opinion, Aaron. P.S. All the ladies I have shown your show find you very attractive. The fact that you are intelligent and not afraid to get a little emotional just works in your favor for the ones who matter. All right, well, thank you, Aaron, and I really appreciate that, but that doesn't help very much. That we should, we can show ourselves as emotional and compassionate, and that's going to bring other women in. So I appreciate the direction, and it's kind of a vague idea, but if anybody listening to this has more specific ideas about how to do this, or would like to join the conversation about how to grow the libertarian movement by bringing in more women and making women feel more welcome, please email me, adam@adamversustheman.com, especially if you're a female libertarian in the small minority listening to this show, although we do get more than our fair share of emails from women, so please keep them coming.